Imagine stepping into a crowded room, every face unfamiliar, but within minutes, you're not just noticed, you're genuinely liked. Conversations spark, eyes light up, and you feel a current of warmth from people you've never met. What is it about certain people that draws others in so effortlessly? Is it an unteachable charisma? Or do they know something you don't? We've all watched someone command the room and wondered, what's their secret sauce? Today, you're going to discover that it's not about luck or being born with some magnetic X factor. There are specific, proven tricks rooted in psychology that can boost your likability from the very first impression. And if you stay to the end, you'll get a bonus mindset shift, a final, game-changing insight that most people never hear, but that can set you apart whenever you meet someone new. Think back to that networking event where everyone seemed to gravitate toward the same handful of people, or the friend who always gets invited to parties, or even that coworker whose opinions carry just a little more weight. These aren't accidents. Research shows likability isn't just about being popular, it's one of the most powerful social currencies you can have. In fact, studies have found that people perceived as likable are trusted more quickly, promoted faster, and even earn higher salaries over time. Likability shapes whether someone gets a second interview, a coveted introduction, or even a second date. If you've ever felt invisible at a gathering, or watched someone else effortlessly attract opportunities you wanted, that's not fate stacking the deck against you, it's a missing skill set. The real risk isn't rejection, it's the unseen opportunities you lose when others overlook you. Ignore likability, and you quietly limit your future. Most of us grew up believing charisma was that rare, mysterious trait you either had or you didn't, like a magic gene. But science tells a different story. Likability is built, not born. Think about it. How often have you watched someone try to mimic confidence, rehearse lines, or force charm, only to fall flat? The truth is, the harder people try to be likable, the more it backfires. Common mistakes, overthinking every word, laughing too loudly, or clinging to scripted social tricks, create a forced vibe that people naturally repel. Likability isn't about memorizing what to say, or pretending to be outgoing if you're not. It's about understanding and practicing subtle behaviors that instantly shift how others feel around you. The best part? These are learnable, practical techniques that anyone can master starting today. In a minute, you'll discover the 7 real psychological tricks that flip the script. There's a big difference between leaving a forgettable first impression and leaving a magnetic one, even if you have only a few seconds. These 7 psychology tricks are designed to work for introverts and extroverts alike, and each has real science behind it. Trick number 1, the social mirror. Imagine meeting someone for the first time who subtly reflects your gestures, posture, and overall energy. Without noticing it, you start to feel more comfortable, almost as if you've known them for years. This is the mirroring technique in action. Scientific studies consistently show that people who mirror the body language and speech patterns of those around them are rated as more likable and trustworthy, often within the first minutes of interaction. The key is subtlety. Naturally mirror things like crossed legs, hand gestures, or tone, without mimicking. It feels like chemistry, but in reality, it's psychology creating rapid rapport beneath the surface. Trick number 2, the spotlight effect, reversal. Most people walk into social situations hyper-aware of how they're being perceived, feeling as if everyone's attention is focused on them. In reality, everyone else is thinking the same thing. The secret? Likable people reverse the spotlight. They give their undivided attention to others, ask questions that show genuine interest, and remember small details. There's abundant research on the liking gap. People systematically underestimate how positively they're seen after new interactions. When you focus fully on the person you're speaking with, you make them feel important, instantly raising your likability. It's not about trying to impress, it's about making others feel impressive. Trick number 3, the power of vulnerability. Imagine 2 people at a party, one tells curated, impressive stories, the other admits, honestly, I always get a bit nervous at events like these. Which one do you instinctively trust more? Study after study confirms micro-vulnerabilities, those small, sincere admissions, spark instant intimacy and rapport. It's called the pratfall effect. People actually like you more for small, honest flaws because it proves your authenticity. So, the next time you meet someone, try a gentle confession. Just one moment of realness can melt tension and open a genuine connection. Trick number 4, name magic. How does it feel when someone remembers and uses your name in conversation? According to neuroscience, hearing your own name activates unique areas in your brain tied to self-worth and social belonging. Likable people naturally weave names into their interactions. Nice to meet you, Priya. So Priya, how did you get into photography? Not only does it grab attention, but it also helps the other person feel seen and valued. This simple habit instantly sets you apart from the forgettable crowd and cements you in memory. Trick number 5, positive gossip. What you say about others when they're not there reveals a lot about you, and everyone's paying attention, even unconsciously. If you share genuine praise about someone, did you know Mark organized this whole event? He's amazing at bringing people together. Research shows listeners transfer those positive traits onto you, a phenomenon known as spontaneous trait transference. It requires honesty, false flattery backfires. The trick is to be specific, authentic, and generous with your positivity behind people's backs. Trick number 6, echo and elevator questions. Likability isn't just about how much you talk, but how well you listen. Whenever someone shares something, echo their phrase back or gently paraphrase, "So you moved here last year?" This technique makes people feel deeply heard. Then, instead of "What do you do?" ask elevator questions that go further. What's your favorite part about your work, or how'd you get interested in that? These simple tweaks spark richer conversation and quickly separate real connectors from surface-level small talkers. Trick number 7, warm starts, cool finishes. The secret sauce of every memorable encounter? Start every introduction with warmth, a smile, direct eye contact, and genuine enthusiasm. But don't end on a high pitch. Instead, close the conversation with a calm, friendly departure. "It was really great talking with you, Sarah. Hope we get to continue this." Research on the primacy and recency effect proves people remember the beginning and end of an interaction most. If you master just these 2 moments, you'll be the person others are still thinking about after you've left the room. What sets these psychology tricks apart is not only how effective they are, but how small changes in your approach instantly shift the way others perceive and respond to you. Each one adds a tool to your kit, whether you're breaking the ice at a networking event, building quick rapport on a first date, or even just connecting with a new team member at work. You don't need to use all 7 at once. Pick 1 or 2 and start practicing. The magic is in their subtlety, their psychological impact, and the confidence you gain when positive feedback becomes your new normal. Have you ever wondered why first impressions can be so hard to shake? The answer, according to research, is buried deep in human psychology. Psychologists refer to the concept of thin slicing, the way our brains rapidly evaluate others in just seconds using only the smallest cues, like a tone of voice or a confident glance. This instinct dates back to our ancestors, who needed to quickly decide if a stranger was friend or foe for basic survival. Studies by Dr. Nalini Ambati show that even with as little as 2 seconds of silent video, people form judgments about teachers or leaders that closely match impressions formed after months. It's both astonishing and a little intimidating. Layered on top of this is the halo effect, a mental shortcut where noticing just one positive trait, say, a warm smile or clear posture, leads us to subconsciously assign a whole range of other good qualities. Someone who's friendly gets labeled as trustworthy, capable, and intelligent before they say a word. That's why the right body language and first words are so important. People aren't just noticing them, they're building your reputation around them. So what does this mean, practically? It means that a single genuine compliment or micro-expression during your introduction can change how people treat you for months or even years. Maybe you've seen the effect in action. A candidate who walks into an interview with quiet confidence sets the whole room at ease, leading the panel to forgive small mistakes and focus on their strengths. Or on a first date, when one honest moment of vulnerability flips awkwardness into real connection, creating a lasting memory. Even at networking events, it's often the individual who starts with warmth and interest in others who later receives emails, referrals, and second meetings. Each of the 7 psychology tricks you just learned works precisely because it fits with this evolutionary wiring. They send rapid signals of trust, warmth, and connection that hack the primitive parts of others' brains. While most people waste energy on clever lines or fake bravado, you're now equipped to master the shortcuts that truly guide how quickly, and how deeply, people decide to like and trust you. Consider Maya, a naturally reserved graphic designer who always felt invisible at work events. After learning about subtle mirroring, she tried it at a company mixer, crossing her legs when her conversation partner did, matching their calm posture. Suddenly, she noticed the energy shift. Her colleague opened up, shared stories, and even suggested they grab coffee together. That quiet evening sparked an ongoing friendship and changed Maya's confidence forever. Then there's Jacob, a junior sales manager. He used to struggle networking, always uncertain what to say. But one night, he chose to praise a third party's organizational skills during a casual chat with 2 decision makers. They later told him that simple kindness stood out among the loud self-promoters. His demonstration of genuine respect led to a callback and eventually, a key partnership for his company. Finally, there's Leah, meeting a date for the first time. She nervously admitted, "I get anxious on dates like this. To her surprise, her date relaxed, confessed the same, and their night unfolded with laughter and honesty rather than awkwardness. These moments aren't luck, they're proof that psychology, practiced with heart, transforms real life. While these psychology tricks are powerful, it's easy to accidentally slip into traps that undercut your efforts. One common pitfall is overusing a technique to the point it feels scripted. Mirroring every gesture or repeating someone's name too often can come off as unnatural. The real secret is authenticity. Use these strategies as enhancements, not disguises. Another advanced tip is to read the context before you deploy a trick. For example, vulnerability works best in safe, one-on-one settings rather than large groups. It's also important to avoid the likability killer, neediness. When your energy signals desperation for approval, people instinctively pull back. Instead, treat every interaction as an experiment and a chance to learn. Practice in low-pressure environments, reflect after each conversation, and adapt to feedback. Over time, these social skills become second nature, subtle and sincere enough to earn genuine, lasting connections. The real breakthrough comes when you stop treating likability as something to win or earn and start seeing it as a gift you give. Most people fall into the old trap, trying to impress, seeking approval, endlessly editing themselves to match what they think others want. But here's the shift: likability isn't about you. It's about how you make them feel. The most magnetic people don't dominate conversations or list their achievements. Instead, they focus on making others feel genuinely appreciated, comfortable, and understood. When you embrace the giver's frame, you become the source of warmth, acceptance, and confidence for everyone you meet. People are drawn to you not because you dazzled them, but because you created space for them to shine. This mindset transforms every interaction and, over time, turns likability from a tactic into a natural part of who you are. To recap, you've learned 7 powerful psychology tricks to make anyone instantly like you, from mirroring and spotlighting others to sharing vulnerability and giving unforgettable first and last impressions. Try 1 or 2 today and notice the difference for yourself. Share your stories in the comments. I'd love to hear what happens when you put these into practice. And if you're ready to take your social skills even further, subscribe for more science-backed tips. Don't miss our next video, where we reveal body language secrets even the pros don't know. Your likability upgrade starts right now.